Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Women, we women are tearing ourselves down every single day. It's costing us our power, it's costing us our joy, and it's costing us our potential. Research tells us that we criticize ourselves 8 times a day. 8 times. 97% of us have negative body thoughts. 97%. That's amazing. We could have 10, 20, 50 negative body thoughts a day before you've even gone to bed at night. Imagine that. 100 inner gut punches before you've gone to bed. These findings highlight the pervasive nature of self-criticism, self-doubt, and they highlight the pressures, social pressures, and media portrayals. But what if we change that script? What if we flip the script? And instead of tearing ourselves down, we lifted ourselves up to believe in ourselves, to be our own best cheerleaders. Think of Oprah Winfrey, born in rural Mississippi, into poverty so deep, she wore dresses made of potato sacks. As a child, Oprah was neglected. She was abused, and every corner she turned, she was told, "You're not good enough." Imagine, by the age of 14, Oprah had endured more pain than many of us will in our entire lifetimes. And then, under these suffering, Oprah decided to find and listen to her own voice. And she said, "Enough is enough. I will not let my past dictate my future." And when she made that decision, look what happened. Oprah rose to be one of the most powerful voices of our time. She built a career, amplifying the voices of others and giving a microphone to the muted and the unheard. Enough is enough. We can change the script, and we can empower women everywhere to believe in their own self-worth. You may have heard of Clara Hughes. Clara is the only Canadian athlete in Olympic history to have won multiple medals in both summer and winter games. Unbelievable, Clara is a Canadian sports icon. On the surface, she had everything. She had her medals, she had her fame, and she had the admiration of our entire country. But behind the podium, her beautiful smile hid a different truth. Clara was struggling from deep depression. For years, she felt shame. She felt she had to hide it. Why? Because champions aren't supposed to struggle, right? And one day, Clara said to herself, she knew she was living 2 lives: the public face of fame and the private reality of despair. And she, one day, woke up and said, "Enough is enough. I have to speak openly about my struggles. I will not live divided any longer." And that day, when Clara spoke openly about her mental challenges, not only did she free herself, she froze countless others. Enough is enough. We can change the script. We can empower women everywhere to believe in their self-worth. I personally have had very grateful to have had a full and exciting career journey. My first career was as a registered nurse, which I loved. I loved caring for others. And yet, while my head nurse told me, "Andrea, you were born a nurse," deep inside, my voice of self-doubt came to the surface. I then was a high school teacher. I loved that too. The kids were awesome most of the time. But deep down, I just couldn't unmute my voice of doubt. There came a day when I said, okay, I'm going to keep going, and my next career was in the business of sports marketing. I was honored to play a role leading the charge to host the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games in Vancouver, Canada. After all, if you can't be an athlete, which I secretly tried to be, the next best thing was to be on the organizing committee of an Olympic Games. I poured my heart and soul into those games, my heart and soul. They were touted as the best winter games ever. Our organizing team shone brightly, through thick and thin, I will add. Our athletes won more medals than ever, and our country was united like never before. After 10 years of dedicating my life to those games, I stood on the mountaintop of my career. I was excited, the games had ended, and I was ready for my next big chapter. 2 months later, 2 months, I opened the doors to my own company on July 1st, 2010. Full of excitement, full of hope, full of courage, and yes, full of fear. My entire life savings, my future, and my reputation was all on the line. 4 months, just 4 months later, my life brought me to my knees. I was diagnosed with cancer. The prognosis, not good. I fell off that mountaintop so quickly and plummeted into a world of doubt and despair. Everything changed in that very minute. In that very minute, I spiraled. The adrenaline and excitement of starting something new gave way to fear, gave way to sleepless nights and questions that had no answers. I spiraled into a very dark place until one day, admiring my beautiful children at home and watching my team working hard as they always worked at the office, I realized one thing, one very important thing. Enough was enough. I had to flip my script. I had to silence my doubt. I had to become my own best cheerleader. I had to gather up my kids, who were my everything in life, and they still are to this very day. I gathered them up, and I said, I have news to share. I have good news, and I have bad news. The bad news is I have cancer. The good news is cancer does not have me. And that declaration changed everything. It gave me back my worth. It gave me back my power. It gave me back my fight. Doubt be damned. Doubt be damned. I stand here before you today, cancer-free. Come on. My company just celebrated its 15th birthday. So I stand in front of you not as the woman who once pulled herself down, but the woman who chose to lift herself up. My voice is no longer the voice of doubt. It's the voice of belief. It's the voice of a true cheerleader. Enough was enough. We can change the script, and we can empower women everywhere to stand in their own self-worth. So I ask you, the next time you question your career or your profession or something in your life, what will you say? Enough is enough. And the next time you look in the mirror and say, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not pretty enough or deserving enough. What will you say? Enough is enough. And the next time you see somebody struggling, what will you say, not just for yourself, but for that other person? Enough is enough. We can change the script, and we can empower women everywhere to stand and believe in their own self-worth. As I conclude, I have a prayer. My prayer is that you, and you can all say enough is enough whenever or wherever the need arises. At the beginning of this speech, we talked about 97% of us having negative thoughts. My hope is that we've changed that statistic into 100% of us now being our own best cheerleaders. Enough is enough. I'm Andrea, and my dream is to power with all of you, one more woman at a time. Shukra gazillion. Thank you. Bye.